Hello everyone, I'm MVL, and in this video we're going to be doing a live unboxing of the Evercade Legacy of Kain collection. This includes Blood Omen and Soul Reaver. Now, this came to me unsealed, phony, but that's how it is. This person's a phony. Well, we're gonna open it up here. Everything is complete, and it gave me an opportunity to test it as well. So there's that. There's the spine. Now, there's been a lot of Giga collections, which is what they call the 64-bit collections that feature games like the PlayStation. They did a Tomb Raider collection, which was very cool. They did a second Tomb Raider collection. Unlike the remasters, which featured 3 games, the second Tomb Raider collection featured just game 4 and 5 because they can't run PlayStation 2 games. It would have had Angel of Darkness, and if you are familiar with me, you know I did a video about Angel of Darkness a while ago. By the way, I did a video recently about the Namco collection being playable on the VS, which is what we're going to capture some gameplay footage with this in just a moment. In the rest of this video we'll be checking out these games, so be sure to stick around for that. But yes, I did a Namco collection video, and I did one before that that was not live, it was fully edited, and I forgot, but you can see some more concise gameplay footage in that video. Anyway, let's cut to the chase. Let's open this up. Now, the great thing about Evercade collections is they include the manuals and the cartridge, of course, with the games on the cartridge. They are emulated, but it's fully licensed, so that's good. I'll check out the manual here for a moment. I'll go through the pages of the manual for both games in here, of course. Very cool collector aspect of the Evercade that they come with these full color booklets with some information in them. I'm not going to stick on every page. If you really want to, you could pause the video here, take a look at these. The controls will be in there. That's something I really like. Something I miss about modern games that don't come with at least a paper insert like the PS3 did. I mean, obviously I preferred the full manuals that you used to have in games prior to, the Xbox 360 or the PS3 era, but at least the PS3 had a slip of paper with the instructions in it. These days you get nothing. And I like to know what the controls are straight off the bat. But anyway, some information in this. A couple of pages to this. We're on to Soul Reaver now. Now, typically, as this is a live stream and unedited, haven't gone back and practiced Soul Reaver. I have it on the PlayStation 1. It'll be cool to replay these games. And I really enjoy, the Evercade cartridges, they have that collector aspect. They are numbered. Now with the Namco collections being the license dispute with that, or whatever it is, being sorted out, everything is playable on the VS, which is my preferred way to play on a home console. Everything's playable on that. They have the collector aspect. They have the arcade collections. They have the home computer collections. They're doing a Lamsoft collection, which feels like they just did that just for me. My goodness, that's really cool. Anyone familiar with Jeff Minter's work on games on the Commodore systems will be happy about that, and I definitely am. But yeah, they're really cool, and they're really cheap. So very collectible, these cartridges. And I will say on the secondary market, once they go off of availability, they become a lot more sought after as well. Here's the cartridge. We'll be popping that in. Without much preamble here, we're just going to cut straight to it. We're going to put this in the system, cut over to some gameplay footage, and get ready to rumble. So let's take a look at the Legacy of Kain collection on the Evercade VS. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to pop that cartridge in right now to the first of 2 slots on the system. there you see it pop up right there. Alright. So we have 2 games on this collection. Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, and the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. One thing I really like is that you can go on to each game, get a little bit of information here, and you can see a bit of story, but also the controls. You can see them here as well. So if you, for whatever reason, didn't have the manual, you see the controls here. It's nice to have it. Get a little bit more info about the game here as well. You can read that if you want. Pause it. We're gonna get in and play some Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. And of course, the other game on this collection is 64-bit PS1 style. We'll get to play in that as well. Now, one thing I will say is that when you load up a game on the Evercade Versus and it is, let's say it's on a gigacart, sometimes the loading takes a little bit longer than you might expect. I do notice it does say loading here. Now I have a feeling, and it might just be me misremembering, but previously I think it didn't say anything, so it made it look like the system has crashed. A couple of weird quirks about the Evercade VS, or Versus. One is that you need to hold down the power button to turn it on. Alright, some Blood Omen. Did I look at the controls before we began, even though I actually showed them? Did I take any of that information in? No, of course I didn't. But I have a manual. You have a world map here. You can take a look at the world map in the options. See a map of the world? Look at that. I actually, you know, some of the Evercade games come with accessories. I actually wish that this had come with the map, actually. That would have been kind of cool, you know. Would have been a nice extra, you know. Alright, let's start the game.
There is a magical operation of maximum importance. The initiation of a new aeon. When it becomes necessary to utter a word, the whole planet must be bathed in blood.
Call your dogs! They can feast on your corpses! For fulfilling the sacred mallet of the Seraphim, you are hereby damned. The pleasures of the flesh are no longer yours. You have but one purpose, damned warrior. You will serve us for eternity.
The
Look at those.
tavern's closing. Best be on your way, stranger. What? No mug of ale for a weary traveller from distant Corhagen? I can reward you well, for I am of noble blood. I stay open for no man in these dark times. Things come with the night that no sane man would welcome. And so I left, cold of heart and soul, forced to the road and the long, bitter night.
Look at those 3D visuals, capable of doing so on the Giga cartridge. Giga carts are a little bit more than the regular cartridges, but you get these more complex games. Do you know what I did during the cinematic there? I looked up the controls.
Save Victus!
Oh my goodness, there's so many of them.
Save Victus! End it! Now!
Wow, I got wrecked really quickly.
Victus, suffering to the conquered. Ironic that now I was the one suffering. Not anything as pedestrian as physical pain, rather the cruel jab of impotent anger. The hunger for revenge. I didn't care if I was in heaven or hell. All I wanted was to kill my assassins. Sometimes you get what you wish for. The necromancer Mortanius offered me a chance for vengeance, and like a fool, I jumped at his offer without considering the cost. Nothing is free, not even revenge. You will have the blood you hunger for.
And so he became a vampire.
I awoke to the pain of a new existence, in a dank womb of darkness and decay. The sanctuary spell enables me to travel to my crypt, where the soil of my grave provides me respite. I often resort to this when I am weak and need nourishment.
Alright, do I need to equip that spell? It's been a minute. Since I played this. Hey, you get the controls on the menu as well. And I can probably change these here. We don't need to go back to the crypt yet anyway. Alright. Hit me with their spade.
Reputed to have been ripped from the chest of the greatest vampire to have ever existed, Janos Audron, the heart of darkness restores vampiric unlife. Life is precious, Janos discovered, as it was torn, throbbing and bleeding from his own body.
Here we go, here's the menu I actually wanted.
Sanctuary. Sanctuary. The sanctuary spell enables me to travel to my crypt, where the soil of my grave provides me respite. I often resort to this when I am weak and need nourishment. The sanctuary. Sanctuary. Sanctuary.
There we go. I'm just trying to figure out what the back buttons are in the menu.
Iron sword. Iron armor.
Alright, there we go, there we go. I got the spell equipped now. Took me a minute to figure it out. Some light puzzle solving here at the start, not just the menu.
This ancient vial bears with it a dark gift indeed, for with it my life force is increased.
Blood. Alright. That was the B button.
These ancient symbols of power contain raw magical energy that increases my own capacity to summon energy for the spawning of spells.
Blood. Alright. There we go. Skeleton! Take that, your bone. This is really cool. I love the
Within the walls of these chambers I could find respite. And if I so chose, resume my journey when my weariness abated.
save state. Got ya. Save area. You know what? We can bring up the Evercade menu. I neglected to do this. We can do quick saves here if you want to. You can look at the controls here as well. And you can mess with the display settings. I neglected to say this, but you can do pixel perfect full screen if you really want to play it widescreen. You know, it's an option. It might be useful to you. You can put scan lines on if you like digital scan lines. You've got bezels here as well. You can put on like the Evercade stuff. Box size kind of cool. I like to go with just a black border though. I should probably save it. The only thing I guess I would request is that they kind of like speed up the load times a little bit, I guess. It is possible when it's being emulated like this. But no complaints thus far. You know, I just got to figure out what buttons I'm pressing.
Comes, vampires are wise to find shelter from its acidic touch.
Oh, the water. We're running with that like blood rain. Can't touch the water. Typically vampires, I believe, can't touch running water. Like a stream. But a lot of games like this tend to do the thing where they just can't touch water. Blood will help out with the offset the damage. Into another crypt. I'll play this for a little bit and then I'll move on to the other game. No blood in these things, unfortunately. You'd think the Crypt Keepers would be more concerned about, you know, all of the undead, I suppose, with that in mind. I love the sample voices. Very cool. I mean, obviously I sequenced that the wrong way around. Should have taken the blood after attacking these, but you know, we're just enjoying ourselves right now. Got the range on these guys with the sword, I think. They really give you a lot of these guys over here. I'm going to leave this one here in case I need blood later. It's early in the game, I guess they expect you to make mistakes. Walk into the spikes, maybe. Little bit of light puzzle solving. Which combination? There we go. Got there eventually. See, I knew what I was doing.
These curious devices hurl bolts of whirling energy and eviscerate my human enemies by stripping ragged flesh from blood-stained bone.
Heck yeah, is that a spell? Can we equip that?
Sanctuary.
Not a spell.
The Heart of Darkness. Iron armor.
Alright, we're good, we're good. Oh, walked right into that one.
Oh, please, help me, kind sir.
Nice. Gonna limit myself to this though, because otherwise I can play it all day. Also, walking into these skeletons, they explode. Ooh, not raining here, eh? Another save point. Don't see why I shouldn't. That was 4 days of in-game time? 5 days? Alright, back to the action. Yeah, they maybe could have improved the loading time a little bit, being as you're playing on Evercade hardware now.
Hunger and weakness are no bar to vengeance's call. I would find my slayers and send them back whence I came.
Much better.
Trickery is this? Hurry in, kill him!
we could do it again.
Their sneering faces were forever etched upon my memory. I had crossed death for this moment. My mind was empty save for one thought. I would kill. There is no greater release than that from vengeance sated. With my assassins dead, my quest was over.
Or had it just begun?
Save Victor!
'Tis not over, Kain. These fools were merely the instruments of your murder, not the cause. Look to their masters, look to the pillars, and gain way to the fortress of the mind.
He's right, you know.
The world had changed to my eyes. I had not expected such cruelty from the light. For in the embrace of the sun I could find no comfort, only malice. This would change in time for the worse, along with other things. This was where the bloody deed of my murder took place.
Oh, coming at me.
Save Victor!
I am a vampire, makes sense. This is where it all started. The bandits that took me out to begin with.
The necromancer had offered me no warning as to what my resurrection would entail, and yet I must confess in my haste I had not sought one. Was his gift a curse? I would seek the pillars for an answer. Save Victor!
How about you? Blood. Oh! A little stronger than the others.
Save Victor! Save Victor! Save Victor!
Got him.
The pillars of Nosgoth. Even in life, few sights have moved me such as this. I marvel that such beauty should grace our dying world. Save Victor!
I'll take that blood.
Napraptor, your madness has shattered our dreams and blinded you.
Keep your distance, or I'll send you back to hell, spirit!
There is nothing left of me to fear, vampire. I'm only a shadow of my former self, Ari, the balance of the Circle of Nine. Even so, I can provide the answers you seek.
I seek only a cure.
There is no cure for death, only release. You must destroy the sorcery that is now poisoning Nosgoth. Only then will you realize peace. The Nine of the Protectors of Hope were sworn to use their powers to preserve our world. Now these pillars have been corrupted by a traitor. My murder at the hands of this beast drove my love Napraptor mad. Now he spreads misery and pain among the Circle, crumbling the very foundation of Nosgoth. You must restore balance. You must right the pillars of Nosgoth.
I care not for the fate of this world.
Then for yourself, Kain. Beware the unspoken.
Hey there, Henry. Hope you're doing well.
Napraptor, with his blind act of vengeance, threatened to destroy all of Nosgoth. Each Circle member was bonded to the pillar he served. The pillars reflected the mental state of their servants, and as the minds of the Circle degenerated and descended farther into dementia, the pillars crumbled. To restore them, each member of the Circle had to die, and the artifact that served as their link to the pillar had to be returned. Only when all the pillars were restored did Ariel claim my curse would end. And so, my hunt for Napraptor began.
Blood Omen, Henry. Yeah, great game. This collection includes Blood Omen and what we're about to go on to Soul Reaver as well. Doing alright, Henry? I'm doing okay. Dude, it's very cool that they did this collection. I know Soul Reaver was also recently remastered, I think, as well, which is also available. This will be the original version. Had a good amount of time on this game. Dude, definitely got to come back to this game. It's a ton of fun. I'm going to go over to Soul Reaver now, just so, for the sake of the unboxing, we've had enough time on both games, but I could play this all day. This game's very fun. The other game included, of course, hey Stretch Limo, how you doing, buddy? Welcome, hope you're doing well. How the devil are you? Soul Reaver, of course, somewhat the headline game of this collection, one might say. I had this on the PlayStation 1. How rusty I will be for it is remaining to be seen. Hey there, Trevor, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. I see the limo brought a bunch of friends with Harry and Trevor. How you doing, my friends? Everyone's getting off the limo. Wait. Never mind. A blast from the past, eh, Henry? Yeah, so when I say everyone's getting off the limo, wait, don't read too deep into that. Sounds a bit dirty. Anyway. Soul Reaver here. There's some information about it on the information screen. If you wanted to, you can pause and read this. I will try and acquaint myself with the controls before I begin. You can change the controls as well. They're handily enough, you know, that the same buttons, the feed button is the same, the attack button is the same, but there'll be a little bit more nuance to it with the shoulder buttons. One of the big gets from the VS and the EXP, the expanded handheld from the original handheld, is they added the second set of shoulder buttons, the L2 and R2, so you can play games like Tomb Raider on it. Alright, basically the only button I really need to remember is the attack button and the feed button. Everything else we'll get to when we get to it. I'm going to be out of practice, it's been a while. Like that one, Stretch. All in good faith. Now yeah, I'm pretty sure that a while ago, maybe before a recent update, when you loaded a PlayStation style game, it would not show anything, it would freeze for a while. So I'm glad it says loading now, so it's more obvious that like it is loading. If anyone interested with the Evercade, they're fully licensed releases. They come in cartridge form. At the start of the stream, I unboxed the cartridge which had these two games on. They also do the Tomb Raider collection, which I've shown on the channel before as well. And you know, I've got probably near 50 or so Evercade cartridges. They're really cheap. And there's probably somewhere like 70 odd out at the time. I gave the exact number at the time on my last Evercade outing with the Namco collections being playable on the VS. Demo! Options that we have. Great title screen with the demons looking at you. You know, it was one of the best PS1 title screens I remember. I mean, obviously on the Nintendo 64, they had the Mario 64 title screen where you could like mess around with Mario's face, but I really liked on Oddworld's Abe's Odyssey, where you have the like button prompts you could make the character speak. That was fun. 45 months a member stretch? I really appreciate that, my friend. That is a long time. Thank you so much, Henry, for being a member of the Coffee Club. Really appreciate it, my friend. Thanks for all of you guys as well for hanging out with me, having some fun. We're going to play some Soul Reaver for a little bit on this live unboxing. I don't actually even need to have a memory card in it. It'll save on it.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow, until I had the honor of surpassing my lord.
Oh, he's jelly. Stupid sexy Raziel. Why has he got wings?
For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony.
Typical supervillain. We'll throw him.
Possible outcome. My eternal damnation.
We'll throw him to the underworld, and assume all goes to plan.
Zio was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, and burn forever in the bowels of the lake of the dead. Cast him in.
Great voice acting, Henry. It really is.
Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
Still hot though. Wait, what? Poor Razman indeed, Henry.
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Kain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Kain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my soul reaver, my angel of death.
He said the name of the game. The squid, Henry? The despair squid? Yes, give in to the anger and let your transformation to the dark side be complete. Have I played the whole series, Henry? Unfortunately not. It's just one of those series, you know, even series that I really like Tomb Raider, I haven't played every game in the series. The intent is there, it's just finding the time to do so. I have played this one. I don't remember much, but I have it on the PS1.
Twist space, laying a path across great spans.
These graphics though were pretty crazy. The PlayStation 1 was not as good with real 3D world environments than the N64. PS1 also often used pre-rendered backgrounds, like think Resident Evil.
You must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
The Reeve souls, you would say? Hey, you know what they have done? They updated the interface so it says the B button. That's pretty cool. I didn't think they would do that. I thought that might be the corresponding PlayStation button instead. Delicious souls. One thing I neglected to do again was to see what options we have. We have save state options if you really want to. You can mess with the controls if you want. Good to see them again, actually. You can change the buttons, I believe, from here as well if you really want to. I don't want to mess with them, but, you know, you can do that as well. And then you can mess with the display settings, pixel perfect, full screen. If you really want to, it's there. You can put scan lines on. Do you guys want to see what the scan lines look like? There's the digital scan lines. If it's your thing, they're there. There's strong scan lines. To me, digital scan lines always make the game look darker. And I've never specifically, like, whenever I've played on a CRT TV, and I still use the CRT TV for lots of stuff, especially light gun games, I've never really noticed the scan lines. So it always seems weird to me to, like, put them on after the fact. But they are there if you want them. It's always nice to have the option. It says the name of the game, Trevor. We'll give away the game. Enemy. I really appreciate that they've corrected the buttons here, so they tell you what buttons you need to press on the Evercade controller.
Your wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
If I was to replay this, I would probably go back and play the PlayStation version. No disrespect to the Evercade, it's just I would prefer the original experience. And I have the Evercade, sorry, the PlayStation 1 version. They did do a remaster of this though previously. If I'm not mistaken, the company that owns this IP also owns currently Tomb Raider, hence the remasters.
Of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
I will, by the way, be doing an unboxing of it'll be edited most likely, of the Tomb Raider 4 to 6. Not so much on the 4 to 5 on the Evercade, because I'll be doing the 4 to 6 on the Switch most likely. Oh, right, okay, good. That helps. Gets rid of them forever if you do that. Their color indicates how, like, hurt they are.
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical body at any time.
Mass Effect says Mass Effect in it, Trevor. Another game series I've unfortunately left behind a little bit. Along with games like Borderlands as well. There's just so many games out there. Nothing to any particular series, it just takes a long time to play everything.
Sustain your strength to prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
You better hope and pray that you wake one day back in the real world.
You are young yet, Raziel. You still retain many of your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
Are the controls simple, Trevor? Yeah, if I can play a game, then the controls are definitely simple. For sure. I played this game before, though, even if I don't remember it.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood.
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
I remember this. I have to skewer them on those spikes. Man, I kind of wish I could change the. Well, I mean, I could change the L2 and R2 button around. Actually, I won't do it now, but I could.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. Vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
Hey Gareth, how you doing, buddy? Welcome.
Unfettered from the flesh, a creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
So, wait, let me weave the soul. I think I got it. Huh. Soul come out? Yeah. Nice. Had dinner and a donut, Gareth, and where's my donut?
Your physical prowess surpasses what you knew in life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
Oh, not drag, I want to shove, yeah. There we go. Oh, there's a lip over there. Never mind. Oh, up there. I couldn't see. What's the control for free aim view? R2 look around mode. Said I was rusty on this game. Okay, don't know it. Never mind. I won't spend too long looking at the controls. I could see where I need to go from there. What I really needed to do was like look around there. There we go. Got there eventually. Used up a bit of soul energy though. Oh, I can grab this, can't I? Yeah. No, I took it away. Like Splatterhouse. When you move through areas.
The clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed.
This world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
Man, I wish I could talk like that. You know what I did during that cinematic as well? I looked in the manual and I saw that it's press both buttons. Press both shoulder buttons, L2 and R2. There you go, we found out. Oh, I got to keep my weapon, which means I can beat these guys more easily. There we go. See, I remembered that. See, I remembered some stuff. I think I can still stake him with this. Oh, okay. No, I need to drop the weapon. I don't remember how. There we go. I think that's what I wanted to do earlier. I wanted to throw that in him. I've got nothing to throw him into. I need, yeah, I need a weapon. Ah, there we go. This will do it. Yeah, there we go. See, I totally remember how to play this game. Or coming back to me, maybe, slightly. I could have thrown him into the bonfire as well, I guess. Great game, though. Sneak. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Give me that soul. Oh, I should have snuck. That's fine. Dude, these games are so good. This is definitely a collection I would recommend, for sure, on the Evercade. My weapon.
This, at least, had remained constant. The endlessly swirling vortex of the abyss. My tomb and the womb of my rebirth. Though much of Nosgoth's landscape had changed, these cliffs gave me my bearings. My clan territory was to the west. was anxious to see how my descendants had fared during the centuries of my absence.
I'm totally not going to botch this. Yeah, there we go. But we lost our precious skewering stick then. So, you've come to face me, have you? New stick. Yeah, you can't touch my stick.
Utter desolation. My once proud kin wiped from this world like excrement from a boot. I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
Uh-oh. Missed him. There we go. Sure. No, into the fire. There we go. No. I got there eventually. Where'd my stick go? Oh, is he alive? Oh, do I need to keep him skewered? Should have kept my other stick. Oh, I didn't take the soul, that's what happened. We'll probably be calling it relatively soon, because I just wanted to give a sample of the gameplay. Prior to well, more so for the unboxing. You do want a donut, Trevor? Where's my donut? Man, now I want a donut. See what you've done, Gareth. Now everyone wants a donut. Come here, also off the stretch limousine. Speak of donuts and strife. Here's my stick. I have a feeling if I throw the stick, it like impales, but that could just be a false memory of mine. I might be thinking of like the Buffy the Vampire Slayer game. Is he down? Oh, that was quick. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I need to ingest that, otherwise it'll keep coming. Never mind, too late. There's a stick. Find me over here near the fire, see what happens. Excuse me. I didn't burn him. I love the multiple weapons and everything in this game. So fun. I suppose the little like kind of misting effect probably won't be present in the remaster. Very prevalent in like Nintendo 64 games with a limited memory of the system. Like Turok, for example. Like mist in the background. Oh. But like I said, the PlayStation tended to use pre-rendered backgrounds, more so.
No! Please!
I didn't recognize these flayed racks of flesh. Their scent was vampiric. They gnawed upon their victim's carcass like dogs.
Nope, didn't mean to do that. There we go. I just want to start a flame in your heart. I don't want to set the world on fire. Just a dude.
This charnel house bore the unmistakable marks of Melchiah's clan. To what depths had our dynasty plummeted if these ghouls were the descendants of my high-born brother? Were they so debased as to recruit fledglings from the desiccated corpses here interred?
Bah. I'll take that. Yeah, I'd like to be able to turn the shoulder buttons facing around. That's the only thing.
My brother Melchiah was made last, and therefore received the poorest portion of Kain's gift. Although immortal, his soul could not sustain the flesh, which retained much of its previous human frailty. This weakness, it seemed, was passed on to his offspring. Their fragile skins barely contained the underlying decay.
Oh. Nice. Any of the remastered Trevors? Well, you never know. I will be doing an unboxing of the remaster of the Tomb Raider 4 to 6 collection. I will, so the next couple of videos I will be doing, I'm working on a video game pickups video currently. And I'm also working on my Halloween special video, appropriate given this game, actually, horror themed. So my Halloween special video will be the main video I'm working on. Also working on a video game pickups video, and I want to try and do a Silent Hill F unboxing video. See if I can fit that in between. It'll either be before the Halloween special or after, whenever I can fit it in. But yeah, those are the things that I'm working on next. But there you go, guys. I'm gonna leave it here because if I keep playing this game, I'll play this game all day, and this is an unboxing video, so. Give you guys a taste of gameplay here for the Legacy of Kain collection on the Evercade. Thank you for watching, thank you for checking out the video. Be sure to check out some of my new content coming out on the channel. I may be streaming a little bit less, working on those videos I just mentioned, but I'll still hang out with you guys and have some fun. And we'll do some more stuff like this. Anyway guys, appreciate you watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for having fun. And I really appreciate you spending time out of your day to spend some time with me to play some retro games. If you're interested in the Legacy of Kain collection, there is of course the remaster, and there is the Legacy of Kain collection on the Evercade. Whichever you play, it's an awesome collection of games and a great series. So yeah, there you have it, guys. I have been MVL. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.